Hey, welcome back. Chief Meteorologist Sarah Knox joins us once again for a look at weather. Hey, Sarah.
Hey there, Cami. Not too bad out there right now for many of us, and others dealing with these little bursts of snowfall, maybe more wintry precipitation because temperatures, they continue to go on up. I've also noticed here looking at the live eye over Austin, the clouds hanging a little low. I did notice that visibility in some areas a little less than that 10+ miles we like to see. So that's something to keep in mind, especially as these temperatures do continue to rise, if only by a few degrees into the night. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some very patchy fog or even just freezing fog, unfortunate to say. But here we are, the clouds hanging low. Otherwise, things are looking pretty good in Austin. A few roadways, though, I do want to note, as we know, not all of them looking as pristine as some of the highways out there. It's just how it goes. You get a lot more drivers on highways and interstates. Things tend to get cleaned up a little quicker. So that is a good reminder that even on side roads, we got to watch things. Got to go a little slower than normal and just be prepared to stop maybe a little earlier than we normally do. All right, moving over to satellite and radar. Here's what I'm talking about when it comes to very patchy, scattered, very little areas of this snowfall, but they are pretty decent bursts. We saw one in Rochester not long ago, but now things a little bit on the drier side. It lasted all of 10 minutes. So zooming into what I wouldn't consider the trouble spot at the moment, here's a little green, a little pink mixed in there as well. That is because these temperatures flirting with that freezing point. But we are on the very edge of the main system. That's a little further on to the east, and we can see bringing headaches to our friends in the more Great Lakes region. We're just the very tail end of it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that once this moves out, we're done with the snow chances. More on that in just a moment. Taking a peek at road conditions, not many problems across North Iowa. Most of this has stayed in southern Minnesota, although a little further in extreme northeast Iowa, we are seeing some areas in the blue, partially covered roads there. Pink, meaning completely covered roads. And talking about the interstates, you see a little bit of blue here, a little bit of green there for I-90, 35, and patched out as well from blue, partially covered to green, seasonal. So something to keep in mind, as mentioned, if you are headed out tonight. So a few slick spots as temperatures do flirt with that freezing point in places like Albert Lea, Owatonna, Austin, right at 32. A little warmer in Mason City, 34, Forest City, Garner as well. And we're back to 30 in Rochester. So there you are, temperatures slowly rising. But then they'll start to fall again as a front passes through, this front associated with the system further to the east, and brings us another chance for snow through our Wednesday morning. That's 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon. So it is going to bring a little bit more snowfall. Here's a look at that timeline for Wednesday morning. The higher chances 8, 9, 10 a.m. Ultimately, a trace to an inch, looking the most likely amount, with less of it further to the south. But what about the big day itself? Well, we don't have many snow chances following this, but it is going to be chilly. Temperatures in the teens, but then we slowly warm back up into the first weekend of 2026, Cami.